Hey everyone, want to wish you a happy Thursday on this lovely day. The sun's starting to come out just a little bit, but it's still kind of cloudy. Just wanted to thank you for coming on for our flex class. Again, going on at 11:50. Sorry for that. I just use the phone just as a means to kind of know that the audio and everything is working, so I apologize for that. So again, just want to thank everybody for coming on. For flex, which is our stretch session, going from 11:50 to about 12:10, and then I'll go into get up right after that, which is our 30-minute boot camp. Today's flex session is going to have some stretching, but also some mobility work where we're going to be moving around a little bit, so we're not just staying still in place for that time frame. If you guys have any questions, by all means, please feel free to comment on the feed, and I'll answer whatever comments I see. Again, if you would rather me, I can send you a private message, or you can send me a private message, and we can just talk more about fitness, wellness, and everything in between. So without further ado, we're going to go into our flex session. So first thing I'm going to have you do here, we're going to start into a butterfly stretch. Okay, so with the butterfly stretch, feet together. The first variation is hands on the ankles and driving the knees down, or driving the elbows down into the knees. Okay. You can also just try to pull the legs in a little bit more so you can get a little bit more of a stretch. You may also notice that one side may be able to move a little bit better than the other, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody anatomically is going to feel a little different with this. You know, maybe the right side is a little bit looser and can sit down a little bit closer to the floor as opposed to the left. In this case, my left side is a little bit more loose hip-wise than my right side. The other variation is grabbing onto the toes and pulling yourself forward. What I don't want you to do here is I don't want you to round your back to pull yourself in a little bit more. I want you to keep your back as neutral or straight as you can and pull yourself forward, not really changing that back position at all or very minimally. So we're just going to hang out here for a little bit. Again, I want to thank those who are taking flex right now. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day today. Again, I know out here in Massachusetts it's a little cloudy, but the sun looks like it's starting to come out a little bit. Awesome job. From here, we're going to go into a Spider-Man walk. I'm going to show you the modification that we can do to kind of challenge the position a little bit. But if you don't feel comfortable in doing that, again, by all means, please do not, okay? This is something that we can do over time where you then can get a little bit more comfortable and add the extra component to it. But if you're not feeling comfortable with it, by all means, just do the Spider-Man walk. So, starting from the side, I want to thank everybody who's coming on right now. So we're in that push-up or tall plank position. Now, from here, we're just going to bring a foot forward, grabbing onto the ankle and dipping the leg on my right hip, dipping that hip down a little bit towards the floor. Now, to get a little bit more of a stretch, you can take that left hand, bring it up towards the ceiling, okay? Just make sure that when you are doing that, you're following the hands with your eyes so you know where your hands are. Return it right back. And then do the same thing going the other way. Turn, look, hang out there for a little bit, and return back. Now, you can go with that rotation. If you are, let's get 8 each way. If you're not doing that rotation, that's perfectly fine. Again, still get 8 each, just alternating that opposite leg every time. So again, go right out, return back, right out, return back, or again, just dip the hip down, return back. Again, let's get 8 each way for each one. Awesome job, everybody. Awesome work. And from here, let's go into a pigeon stretch. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you from the side so that we have a better angle or view. So what I'm going to do here, my right foot is going to go out in front. My left leg is going to go back. My left knee is going to stay down on the floor. Okay. Now, I'm pinning my right ankle down so that way what ends up happening is after a certain period of time, you're going to notice that your knee is going to start to bend. Okay, so you're not probably going to feel that stretch as good as you were a little while ago. So what we want to do here is we want to keep that ankle pinned down. And what you want to do now is lean forward a little bit. So get the torso to go forward. Now where you should be feeling this is right along the side or the IT band. And then you're going to feel that in the glute as well. Okay, so again, just take your time, go where you feel comfortable, and breathe. The big thing here is just making sure that you're breathing. Hold that position. Again, just want to thank everybody who is attending Flex right now. We are running this class Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 11:50. And we're going to switch sides. So same thing. So in this case, my left ankle is more or less perpendicular to my body. Right leg is behind me. Pinning my left ankle down my right hand and just leaning forward a little bit. So again, just kind of hanging out here. Make sure that you're focusing on your breathing as you are doing this. So just kind of hang out there for a little bit. Hope your guys' day is going very well today. And great. So now we're going to move into a T-spine rotation, okay, in an all-four position, but we're going to kind of change that all-four position where the feet are nice and relaxed on the floor. Hips are back on the heels. And now what you'll do here is you'll just move the palms out in front of you. They're on the floor. The hand is going behind the head, okay? So almost like kind of like cradle the palm and fingers around the back of the head. And you're going to bring the elbow to the opposite knee. The elbow to the opposite forearm. And then as you exhale, you want to open right out. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale right out. Okay. So what I want you to do here, let's get 15 going one way, and then we'll go 15 going the other way. Again, I want to thank everybody who is hopping on, taking the class, sharing this, liking this. I really appreciate this. So again, we're still getting that 15. And it's just taking your time, really. I'm not focused on how many reps you can get in a certain period of time. It's taking your time. Get as much value as you can with this as possible, so that way, when you're done with this session, and let's just say you have to go back over to work more or less in your workspace, wherever that is, in your apartment at home, you are feeling really good. You're feeling loose, feeling a little de-stressed, okay? Now we're switching sides. We're going to go the other way. So again, everything's still the same. Palms out in front. I'm putting my right hand behind my head, cradling the back of my head, and the elbows touching my left forearm. Then exhale, twist right out. So you're going to notice that you're not going to get too much of a twist or rotation through that lower back or torso. You're very limited because we're keeping the hips locked in. Okay. So Just keep going. Again, we got our 15 reps of that T-spine rotation. And the big thing here, just taking that deep breath as you come in. So right now, you should be taking a deep breath. And then exhale as you rotate away. Okay? Again, I want to thank everybody who is hopping on for Flex, which is again our stretching or flexibility class. After this, I'll kind of shut down the stream at about 12:10 or so, and to get ready for Get Up, which is our 30-minute boot camp. We're going to stand right up. We're going to go into our toe touch to deep squat, but then retrace it and go right back to that toe touch. So we're not going to go with the arms up and stand up as we normally would. We're just modifying it a little bit and working on that first 2 steps. So again, feet about hip width, shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward. Now from here, we're going to go into a toe touch, deep squat. Now when you go into that deep squat, what you want to focus on here is whatever logo, or let's just say whatever's on your shirt, you should almost, if you looked at a mirror, you should be able to see something of that image on the front of your shirt in that mirror, okay? So again, it's toe touch, deep squat, and then right back into our toe touch, deep squat, okay? We're going to get 10 for each direction, so you should have 10 toe touches, 10 deep squats, okay? And again, just take your time. I'm not trying to break any world records in terms of how many I can get in a period of time. I just want to make sure that I'm feeling good in each position. Let's get 3 more. 2. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome Thursday, getting that much closer to the weekend. Gonna get 1 more. And done. We're gonna stand right up. We're just gonna kind of shake the legs out a little bit, because we're gonna sit right back down to the bottom of that squat. Now we're gonna go into a hip pry. So with the hip pry, going right back down to the bottom of our squat. Excuse me. And the feet placement is really what's going to feel most comfortable for you. Excuse me. So it's sitting right down. Now my elbows are going right into my knees. Okay, so as you can tell, it drove the knees away from each other a little bit. Now what I want to do here is I just want to shimmy or rotate onto one side, so you can tell that I'm kind of almost shifting my right knee forward. My left knee is going out to the side a little bit, okay? So when you do that, you may feel a little bit more of a stretch in that hip. And just rotate over to the other side. You may also notice my left heel is coming off the floor. That's fine. Nothing wrong with doing that, because that's not the side that we're working on. Right now I'm working on that right hip, inner thigh, groin area. So again, just alternate back. We have 12 each way. And just rotating, shifting back and forth. Again, we're getting 12 each way. Let's get 1 more each way. And done. Great. Now, from here, we're going to go into some shoulder circles. So we're almost done. So the first thing is going to be shoulder circles. So we're standing up. I'm just going to face towards the side so you guys have a good view of what I'm doing right now. So the arms are parallel, and what they're going to do is they're going to remain parallel. The only thing that should be moving is the shoulder itself. Okay, so head looking straight, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, pull the shoulders back, right down, and forward. So what I want you guys to focus on here is getting 12. Now I call them shoulder circles, but really what you're doing is you're almost like tracing a square of sorts, okay? And we're just going to get a couple more. And now let's go the other way. So now my shoulders, you can shake it out if you need to. Shoulders are right back to being parallel. Elbows straight. Now again, we are going to go forward, up, back, down. And we're going to get 12 going that way. Okay, so again, just take your time with the movement. We got a little bit of time remaining before we go into the end of the session. We have one more thing that we need to do. After that, again, I'll take about 10 minutes or so just to get everything ready, prepared on my end, so that way we can hop into get up. Perfect. Nice job, everybody. Now, the next thing we're going to do here, again, this is going to be the last thing that we have, is going to be neck circles. So with our neck circles, what I want you to focus on here, again, very similar to the shoulder circles, it's being a little bit more robotic, and once you feel more comfortable, then you can kind of move in a flow type state, okay, where it's not so robotic, you're moving kind of freely, okay? So with our neck circles, we're going to bring the chin down towards the chest, look over to the right shoulder, look right up, look over to the left shoulder, right back down, chin down towards the chest. Okay, so right up, over, down, right, up. And we're getting 10 going one way. Now, my hand is on my chest. What that's essentially doing is it's allowing me to kind of know whether or not I'm moving my body with my neck as I'm doing this. What I don't want to be doing is I don't want to be shifting my body weight to kind of create a false sense of movement. I want to keep everything, as tight as I can and move freely that way. And we should be on that last one right now. So now we're just going to go the other way. So I'm going, again, starting right back down, chin down towards the chest, over to the left shoulder, looking right up, over to the right shoulder, and down. And again, we're getting 10 more. And again, as you can tell, I'm kind of moving a little bit more freely. It's not so much robotic. Let's get one more rotation through. And awesome job, everybody. Nice work today. So this was our flex session. Again, I'm going to give myself about 10 minutes just to kind of get everything prepped up and ready to go for our get up session, which is our 30-minute boot camp class. If you guys can't hop on, again, these videos will be thrown onto YouTube. Just give me a few days to have them uploaded, but they should be uploaded there. Again, if you guys could subscribe on that channel, I'd be more than happy and appreciative of that. If you want to find that YouTube channel, it's on my Facebook page, on my personal page. It's probably one of the newer ones, so maybe if you look down, like probably 3 or 4 posts down, you should find it. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on for Flex. Again, Get Up will be on shortly, so just grab water, towel, and we'll get going from there. See you guys really soon. Have a great day.